Hello everyone, this is Jack the Jack of Knaves, and welcome back to Ragecraft 2, Jack Returns. So, I forgot that we had an emerald block last time, so let's place it. Boop. Sweet. And we get Hypergravity Helmet. Protection 3, Blast Protection 2. It makes us slow, but it doesn't knock us around a lot. That's kind of neat. Boop. Neat. Alright. I'm gonna go meet you over at the fortress. Talk to you in a second. Yo. We're back. Before we go back to the fortress, I actually want to walk up here because we still haven't found the second checkpoint of Little Kingdom. Okay. Alright. I was literally about to say, like, we haven't found the second checkpoint of Little Kingdom, so we should actually go and look for that, because that could give us a cool way to get back, and we don't have to run as far, because previously I was running all the way back. No, that's not necessary. It's just right here. Never mind. I want to peek my head up here, though. My curiosity demands. My curiosity further demands. We continue walking on this. I can't help myself, guys. I also know that somewhere on here there are skeleton spawners. Or something. Something designed to knock me off. Or a sign. Take a break from dying and enjoy the view. I wish I could! Gah! It allows me to... Oh. It's kind of cool. I get how it works. Whenever you have slowness put on you, it actually changes your view. It like zooms the camera in a little bit, so I guess he just like stacked a whole bunch of slowness on the Ender Eye, the Eye of Ender, and it just makes it look like it zooms in. That's kind of cool. I like that. Alright. I know you're so pumped and excited for me to humiliate myself further in the Little Kingdom. Attempting to get through that place. But I want to put stuff away. This is my wondrous item chest. I think it'd be cool to set up like a display at some point if I can. Oh, let's drop off. Not that. Oh, I've got more bones than I'll ever need to do with. I'll just toss them on the floor, because that's a thing. I need to figure out a way to set up like a trash can or something. There's actually, I don't know if any of you have played, there's a mod pack called Agrarian Skies. It's part of Feed the Beast, I believe. And in Agrarian Skies, there actually is an item called a trash can. And literally how it works is you right-click it and it opens it up like a chest to some regard, but there's only one inventory spot. And when you place something in the inventory spot, it destroys it. It's just kind of nice to have. I put a couple around because sometimes you get junk in your inventory. You know, it's just like, what am I going to do with, 4 more bones when I think I have like 9 stacks there? It's like, I'm pretty set on bones for a while. You don't really need to give me any more. But you're never going to get them from mob drops. So, I mean, you might as well just toss them at that point. And it's just kind of handy to have an item that just kind of sat there and allowed you to destroy items. I know that you can either throw it on the ground somewhere and then it'll despawn after 5 minutes, or you can throw it in lava or toss it in fire or stuff like that. But lava and fire is intrusive and potentially dangerous. Like if I put lava somewhere in my base, then now there's the danger that something in my house will catch on fire. If I just throw it down and wait for it to despawn, I mean, it's what I do, but you know, there's sometimes before, like when I was at the skeleton grinder earlier, I threw down a bunch of bones because I didn't, you know, once again, I don't need, you know, any more bones than I already have. But then I left the chunk. And if you're not aware, if you leave a chunk and there's items on the ground, it will actually remember that there were items on the ground. And when it reloads the chunk, then, you know, then the timer starts going. So I had left bones there, and the bones had actually been there for like a day at least. But then I walked over there, and lo and behold, you know, there's a bunch of bones on the ground. As I'm rambling about things that don't really matter, we are coming around here and lighting up this place. Thankfully, because we were not in the area, we haven't given time for anything to really spawn. So this is actually a little bit of a cakewalk at the moment. Something that we should exploit. That's actually a pretty good theory, or not theory, but strategy. If ever you're playing an adventure map like this and you're having difficulty with an area, and you lit up the area already, one of the best things that you can do is just leave the area. If you leave and come back, once you leave that area, the monsters will despawn, and if you get in there quickly, you can get in and light more, destroy spawners or whatever before they have a chance to spawn. And that is actually the reason why, in a roundabout way, why I'm not wearing the diamond helmet that we got earlier. That is because it's nice that it's protection 3 and all, but I don't really like moving slow. It's so much so that I would actually be fine as if that item gave me a permanent speed boost, but then took off like a heart or something. Don't blow that up. And I gotta go over there and grab those items. Because I think while having more armor is nice, you know, it's always nice to have armor. It's nice to have the protection enchant on stuff. So there wasn't really anything in there. I hope there wasn't like an emerald in there. Probably not. I think if a creeper destroys a chest, it won't destroy any of the items in it. It just breaks open the chest. Boop, boop. The ability to two-shot creepers is probably the most magical thing in the world. And I'm going back. And actually, I don't need to eat. I just need to heal up a little bit. So let's do some crowd control. Let's kind of juke around these monsters right here. Yeah. So long as we keep enough distance away from the creepers, we don't actually really have to worry about them all that much. Ow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Back up. Alright. Probably not the smartest move right there, but we got through it. Alright. Let's get back up there. Whoa! Let's get back up in there in a way that doesn't get us killed. Oh my god. Whoa! Oh, cool. He broke the spawner for me. Thank you! Break. Okay. Let's see if we can kill this really quickly. Because... and break. Perfect. No, I don't really need ours. Yeah, I see you. Dead. Let's break this quickly so it doesn't spawn another, like, swarm of zombies. There's one. I'm thinking about it, I don't know how it spawned, like, that many zombies that first time. That was a strangely large amount of zombies. Oh well. Ouch. Ow. Ow, please don't. Stop. Please. Thank you. The one skeleton is nothing to fear. That's kind of cool. What's this? Oh, it looks like we can get to the tower from there. It also looks like there is... Let's take a look around, make sure nothing's going to kill us. Or is about to walk up on us and about to kill us. 1 and 2. I think... What is this? Power 1. I think fully charged power 1 shots. Or... Wait, no! Last time that meant something blew up. Okay. I don't know. I don't know how large a dynamite trap has to be for it to be able to be a dynamite trap. But I'm assuming that map makers can get them pretty small. Alright, there's nothing here. I think actually taking out this top part here isn't... Whoa, hello. Oh, there's stairs. Ah, neat. Alright. There's a bunch of these weird chests that just have, like, speed potion, gold pants, and arrows. I don't know what that's all about. I mean, it's nice to get supplies, but it's like... It doesn't really have a theme. It's not like a random chest like we've seen in some cases where it's just filled with junk. Well, I actually don't think that Jalisco uses random junks, sort of things. I know that there's programs that some map makers use for these maps that are set up so it just... This was not really a good room to run into, is it? Oh, that looks like a wall. Whoa. Hello. Oh, hey guys. How's it going? Don't mind me, I'm just gonna, you know, do a thing. Jump, 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 jump. Whoa, hello. Jump, 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 jump. Whew. Oh, God. Okay. Let's break things. Break. I know that there's that creeper right there. There we go. Okay. This area is safer. That was a pretty good run. I know that I was being all gripey before about, like, torch runs and whatnot, but sometimes they have their value. I think the best time to do a torch run is when there's not a lot of mobs, or like here, there's tons of open space and it's all flat. So there's a lot of places for me to like kind of like juke and weave around. You saw that I was kind of like running around creepers. And because I was able to do that, that is why I actually decided to just kind of run around and throw down the torches. Especially too because there's so many of these spawners. Run please. There we go. Okay. It was just better to kind of come up here and case the area with torches first. So that way now, I mean, like you see, I'm getting a lot less resistance now because a lot of the spawning areas are destroyed. I mean, something to consider with a torch run, though, if you don't leave the area afterwards, after you do the torch run, the monsters that spawned while you were running around and placed down a bunch of torches, whoa, it's kind of scary. They're still going to be there, so you still have to be careful. Like, I'm still playing cautiously right now, because, you know, just because I threw down a bunch of torches and killed a bunch of the spawns, please, doesn't mean that it's completely safe yet. Right. I'll look at that in a minute. I want to get in here and actually use my pick. There we go. Alright. I kind of figured that things were spawning in here. There we go. Okay. Cool. In case I get hungry and have a hankering for fruit, I can enjoy tasty, delicious golden apples. You scare me. Well, what is that? What's up with this? Oh, this is just... Oh, it's just decoration blocks. And of course, now I'm a goofus for jumping down there. Well, I was curious. I didn't know if that was like some sort of weird... Well, thinking about it, why would that be a secret? It's not like there's a ton of space in between the floors for there to be secrets. Okay, let's be careful about these. Okay, great. I'm going to go off of the assumption that's got... I'm going to go off the assumption that I'm going to need, like, respiration helmets at some point. It's like... Every map needs a water level, I think that's just, like, an unspoken rule of if ever, like, maps are made. Like, there just has to be a water map. Like, you can't have a game without a water map. What are you thinking? Released a level that heavily features water. So I'm going to... I think it's a pretty safe assumption that at some point there's going to be a level where it's just like, you have to go underwater to do a bunch of stuff. Enjoy! But great, I love being underwater. You know why? Because it makes me slow, and now I have to manage the fact that I have to breathe. That's so much fun. Let's put this, but let's bust this open. This looks very wool room-y. That's because it is. We did it. Alright, let's run back quickly now. Throw this in the ender chest. And we can actually keep going. There's no reason for us to need to stop right now. Let's pick these up too. For the time being, I'm collecting anvils. Just because anvils. I'll check that chest out in a second. I realized that when I did some torch runs earlier, I didn't actually really check the rooms very thoroughly. So for all we know, there could be some kind of cool items. Hey, you. Ouch. Please stop. Nah. I love how sometimes when you play, this map, you get through an area and you feel awesome. You're like, yeah, I totally just, killed all those creepers and, ran through all those traps and did all those things. And then you reach an area that there's one skeleton, and then you have, like, the most difficulty trying to kill that one skeleton. You're like, I can't kill this skeleton. It's so tough to kill him. Yeah. It's kind of embarrassing to play this game sometimes. Woo! I think our base needs more musical entertainment. Wouldn't you agree? Hey, I'm busy. Can I break these with this? Do I even need to use a pick for these? I don't know. Regardless, stereo. Or jukeboxes. Which I suppose if I'm a clever enough designer I can make look like a stereo. Something to consider. Also, emerald. We are 3 emeralds away from having another emerald block. Emerald borake. And there's a very high chance, I would think, that the 3rd emerald block would be one that gives us an upgrade block, so we can actually use the upgrade things that I was so excited about. Did I walk over here? Did I look at what this was? Oh, this is this place. Oh, well, it's a good thing I looked. Oh, something I also realized, or I guess the better way to put it is had pointed out, is that each area has a unique set of armor to it. And by going around and opening it and then collecting the chests and whatnot, you can collect like a special area suit of armor. And the suit of armor for this area is the Dwarven Elite. I think last time we found a pair of boots. And I don't think we found a pair of pants yet. I think we only found boots. That's kind of cool. It's gold armor, so I don't really care that much. I mean, it's projectile protection 2 and protection 1. If it were iron armor, like, of course I would throw that on. I nearly fell down there. That would have sucked. And been embarrassing. Gold is great, but you just have to remember that gold also, like, breaks, like, the most easily. For... what is this? A good place to collect coal. Alright, let's do this slowly. We're going to silently assess the situation. Ah, no, my inventory! I was gonna quickly grab stuff. Don't need that. And, that can be that. And I don't need chiseled things. And, apples. Who really likes apples anyway? Cracked stone? Are you kidding me? Okay, that's good. I know it's a bad idea, because we just grabbed like a ton of things. But my curiosity demands I'd look at this. Okay. It just looked like the sort of thing that there'd be like, ooh, there's a secret ladder behind it. And you know what that means? I actually don't know what that means. But if I had to guess, I would say that that means that that the secret ladder leads to secret places. Imagine that. So, let's now go to the weather. No. Let's now exit this area. And I think we can actually go... we can kind of poke our heads into the next area. I mean, we gotta do a run front. We gotta kind of run around. And do stuff. Whoa! Hello. Do I really need to throw anything? I guess I can throw the ender pearl and these in here. Other than that, there's actually not really anything that's like specifically valuable. Says Jack as he like puts like a ton of items in. Okay, we're still good. Whoa! What was that? That was weird. Let's put that in there because that's important. Everything else is kind of chunky. Actually, we could even... yeah, previously I was thinking like, alright, I'm gonna go, just go back and do all this, but we can actually do it on screen. And we can actually take this moment to kind of talk about the area, since I gotta do a little bit of transit time. Because we found both wolves, and according to the little carpets at the intersection, those are the two wools we're looking for: the orange wool and the magenta wool, gold armor thingy. So I think we can consider this area officially done. Oh, I saw the torch little flare, and I thought it was like a spawner flare up. So I really enjoy this area. This, for one, the area is aesthetically like awesome. I think it looks really cool. I think my perception of this area at the beginning actually might have been a little bit too high for the difficulty that it actually was. And what I mean is, when we came into this area, I heard, based off of, the description, I was like, well, this seems like the perfect area for there to be a whole bunch of baby zombie spawners. Yeah. So I thought that was actually going to be horrible. But it turns out that the way that it was structured, yeah, I'll just do it later. It actually was really manageable, which I appreciate, especially because this is the second area, after the graveyard. So it's a little bit difficult. I mean, baby zombies run at you really fast. But they were actually really manageable. I thought the areas were pretty cool. The 2 different wool areas were kind of neat. It also just asked for a lot of exploration and whatnot, and that was kind of cool. I don't know if every area is going to focus on exploration, but it looks like both Little Kingdom and the last graveyard. I don't remember. Both focus on exploration. So I would give that area an A+. This is called Death Row. I hope it's not my death row. I don't like this. Whoa. Aw, man. Oh, look, I got transported to jail. I mean, I guess in the grand scheme of things, I shouldn't be surprised. Cool. Death Row. Hey, Alicia, what's up? Only the worst of the worst were kept in this prison. A simple execution was not enough punishment for these criminals. Instead, they were brought back to life and executed over and over again. That was before the prisoners escaped from their cells and took control of the prison. And guess who the lucky adventurer who got thrown in here was? Those allegations of grave robbing are mostly false, alright? Mostly. They were not entirely true, but a little bit true. Melee guard. So yeah. Ooh, cool. Well, this is fun. Let's... What the? Hello, creeper. Well, that was weird. Hello. Ranged undead guard. But if the prison's taking over, why are there guards? That doesn't make sense. Alicia, I have some problems with your lore. Let me just push up my glasses. Well, Alicia, if, the prison was taking over, would the prisoners really keep the guards around? I nearly died being a nerd. What am I talking about? I am a nerd. That looks like a thing. Let's take a look at it. This is not a thing. So we don't have to worry about it. Okay, so it looks like the area of attack is that way. Strangely enough, that was actually the first thing I was really nervous about. Can I jump? Is that a thing? Oh, here we go. Ah, this isn't that bad then. Dig. Oh good, you actually gave me an axe this time. Instead of embarrassing me by having me mine out stuff by hand. Where is this? Where am I? Here, let's light a path. Because it looks like... What's the most reliable? Oh, I get it. Okay. Yeah. No, never mind. We don't need to light a path. Because this leads back to here. And this is the first part. I wonder if the teleport was like a one-time deal. Let's find out. A cookie. Ah! I think there's another chest back there too. For the last bit of this episode, Brent will continue to run at a thing that he knows will teleport him. Well, that time it was a test. I didn't know if it was going to teleport me. This time, however, I'm just doing it because I want to see how far I can get. Run! I also heard something drop. Ah, I didn't get very far at all that time. Oh well. It's actually funny that this area is so close. But that's actually a cool entrance. I would like to give +1 style point for that. Having it teleport you into a prison cell is a pretty good way to start off a prison-themed dungeon. Just saying. Alright. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please leave me a like because it does help me out a ton. And as always, stay tuned for more.